We're doing lengths here, walking forwards and backwards, just waiting for you, trying to catch a camera.
You good?
Well, you run over to you got skinnies.
No.
There you go. Good.
Good? Yeah, very good.
That's alright.
You alright? Yeah, good to see you, man.
You are?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
How's my mate? You good?
Nice to meet you.
How are you, mate? You good? How are you? Maybe your mum doing that. Wow. Alright, he's a see.
Thank you.
So what are you now, 90?
Yes, big grand now.
I'll give you the eyes every time you see a camera.
Rockers, boy. You know the thing.
First day of rugby without his brother.
Hi, Jack. You good, right?
Are you getting the angle, dude?
Yeah, no, even like, did you get him more fit? He's got sharp.
Finger's got a guy who gets straight
180. You let the boys know?
Yeah.
How good was I?
What did you do? I woke up. I don't know why. I was downstairs. I was going on my phone. I came up. I said, the breakfast challenge. You felt where you and Jamal, and behind it was the side of the breakfast.
I didn't really know it was like me and him doing it. I thought it was like someone else, like other people, but we're cheering him on.
So it's you two.
What's the Ireland?
Listen, we attacked well last year. We attacked well. We are not a good attack, right? We haven't done this for 4 or 5 years consistently. There was lots of good moments on the ball last year and lots to be proud of. Let's not start walking around the building thinking we've cracked this. Because it evolves, it changes every year, it gets harder, defences get better. So yes, we move forward, but we have to move forward again. Okay? And my honest opinion is I think we have the potential to be the best in the league. We have to squeeze every drop out of you lads. Every drop. Right? And do not underestimate the opportunity you have in this building with the facilities that we have, with the coaches that we have, with the support that you lads get. You have to come to the party here. And if we maximise every drop, we're going to have a serious chance to challenge, particularly with the ball here, lads. Particularly with the ball. So, that's you, lads, and that's the responsibility that you have. Squeeze every drop. Extras, walkthroughs, units, everything. And you have to understand your responsibility to the team. And it's to each other, lads, because we're not out there, I'm not out there. You're not letting me down. If you don't get your timing right, you let your mate down. If you don't get to the breakdown, you let your mate down. And that's the way we have to think about it. If we do those two things, lads, we will be greater than the sum of our parts. And that's exciting, isn't it? If you have a look around the room, and you'll see it today when we get on field, the quality that we have, lads, if we're greater than the sum of our parts, maybe we're going to be tough to stop.
It's really important, boys, that you hammer this, all right? We're going to be hard on this season, okay? Because I think that the transfer to this is costly both sides of the ball if we don't get it right, all right? So trying to get through one of these moments really quickly and get on with the next thing, without a doubt there's a transfer into the game, okay? So we will be on this like we will the work rate percentages, but you need to understand what we're asking of you. Got an announcement. So, obviously, captaincy. I don't want to go on forever on this, lads, but I think this player came in last year, made an impact on and off the field, massively competitive, had some really good conversations around what we need this season, in slightly different dynamic, and your captain for the season is Tommy Williams. The other addition to this, lads, I wanted Tommy to have some support from a couple of younger players. So there is 2 vice captains. They're not with us today, but you can send them a message, and Seb and Arthur will be supporting Tommy as vice captains. So we can give them a round of applause in the night. That's it, boys. Let's crack on. Thank you.
We came back on the 17th and 18th of July, onboarded all our new players, brought back all our old players. We did 2 weeks of attack, and then we took a week off, and then we came back, and we've now done 2 weeks of defence as well. We're on our last week off now, and next week we get into games. Yeah, obviously pre-season is the key time, not just for getting guys physically up to speed, but also to get all our systems up and running. So we're onboarding 15 new players, or 15 new signings this year, and time is against us really. We have two-week blocks before we get into games. So, you know, we go out 3 times a day, we're on the pitch 3 times a day, we're in the gym twice a day, so 5-a-day sessions, 4 days a week. They're short blocks, but they're very sharp. And, you know, there's a lot of pressure on players and coaches to get up to speed, have all their information right, and be executing at the intensity that we need when we're on the field.
And if our minimum standard is up here, we'll be a tough team to beat, no matter who we're playing, and no matter what's going right, what's going wrong. So I just think we need to start taking that mindset into training from now on, because you can't just flick it on for a game. We have to build that from now for the whole season.
I think the key thing that I always look for in a pre-season is that we have some sort of repeatability in what we do, and that we see players get better at executing in training. If our training is very demanding and players' execution and intensity improves through that period, it will translate onto the field. So having real clarity in what the goal is for the block, what the goal is for each session, what that should look like for each individual on the session, and then making sure we execute on that is so key, particularly when we are operating on essentially only 4 weeks of training before we're into games. So our pre-season training load has changed. It's changed in terms of the intensity and the volume of work that we do on the field. It's a lot. Again, those short windows means that in those short windows you have to achieve a lot. But the other thing that's changed because of our short windows, the other thing that has changed is the short windows themselves. So we always want to push our players to a physical, mental and emotional space that really challenges them. Necessarily, if you're going to be up there at that level of intensity, with that level of demand on you on all those 3 levels, you're not going to be able to sustain that for a long period of time. So we work to more time off, but we look to extract way more on the physical level, mental level and emotional level from our players. At the end of the day, we want players that are athletically outstanding performers, that are competent problem solvers on the pitch and mentally resilient under pressure. So we have to put them in those positions through pre-season.
That's the next level for us as a team, is the amount of accountability that we take in here every day at our preparation. So I want to dive into that. You see, people talk about accountability, it's kind of like a buzzword about performance, or it's on a wall somewhere, but it actually has a technical definition. The technical definition of accountability is to have a goal in mind and to work on that goal until you achieve it. Every session is a goal in mind, and we will work on it until we achieve it. That's what it means to be accountable. I said that's what I want to see from this group over the next couple of weeks. We want to make sure you have everything you need to be successful. It's been good across the board. The data suggests that it's going to be good. We're going to have another good day today. It's a good start. It has to go into next week.
Honestly, I've been really impressed with them all as individuals and with them as a group. We're straight into our pre-season development, and we have a group of players who are ready to go on day one. Most of our athletic performance is guided by, a few key leading indicators. If your big measures of strength, power, speed, and all-round athleticism are good, those big key leading indicators are also going to imply a lot of other things on a more granular level. Now, different areas of the program, you've got different guys who are engaging with all those data points on a more granular level, but it is your top line stuff that captures a lot. Aligned to the fact that we need our players to be fit on day one to run the program that we need to run on day two, we need players to come back and hit certain targets on day one. That requires a huge amount of accountability and just sustained effort, even over the remote season or over the off season. And we operated to, so you know, if we have 60 players in the building and we set 5 targets per player, talking about something like 300 targets there, and we operated to something like 90% plus, something over 90% of target achievement on day one. That's good insight into the accountability our players have, into the responsibility they take for their performance. That's going to carry over.
That's okay. Seconds on hit. Sit back on that crowd, okay? I got you. You guys are far. Set 3, 2, 3, and fire! 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 Well done. Good start.
Give me a bit better on the hit still.
Again, right? Seconds. Yeah. You guys spike it down. Seconds. 5. Set 3, 2, 3, 4! And fire! 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 Jackie! Jackie! I've got ball! I've got ball! I got ball! I got ball! Give it side! Mikey! Pull it! Go! 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 Oh, Mikey! Finish! Yeah, on me then. 2, 3. John. 2, 3. I think the best thing about that session is the reactions. Boys are reacting well. Turnover, we're transitioning well, we're talking. Just think one thing. The systems are the systems. Stick to them, back it. But in terms of the start to the week, that's been brilliant, boys. That's the standard there. It only goes up from there. Okay?
Today is hot, tough day, but fatigue's kicking in, and we're still ripping up in attack and defence. The way we want to defend, it needs comps. Both sides of the ball, it needs comps. And it didn't drop off today, and that's why the session was so good. So when Josh was talking about accuracy, that's a non-negotiable with comps. So it was good, lads. It was a good day.
I think we got some feedback today on where we need to get to from a timing perspective and a fundamental perspective. So just a massive well done. I think that's an excellent start.
That session there, mentally tough. All right, the strength of this group as the season goes through will be the ability to train at that level all the time. All right, I promise you, digging in well. We have 2 more days of pre-season training, right? So again, we have tomorrow off. Let's recover, let's respect the last 2 days. Then there's 9 days off. Then we come back in and win 2 games and you're gonna feel great, all right? But training at that intensity, we've got 2 more big days of doing that, all right? It was outstanding today. Respect what you've done, look after yourselves, respect what's coming Thursday, Friday, and then we can have a nice break and get excited about playing some rugby. All right, but that's good. That's mentally tough to stay there all day today. Well done.
Let's go when I say patia, 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 and when I say lua pati, double clap. Yeah, I like it. And I'll just say hey, hey. Oh.
Okay.
Patia, 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 lua pati. Hey, hey.